we know that when it comes to pujas, I think many of you who grew up in a Buddhist household are familiar with pujas, and we know of two types of pujas, something called the amisa puja and the pratipati puja. The amisa puja, as young individuals, our exposure in Buddhism has revolved around this amisa puja. So mostly pujas, chanting, and the rituals, without sort of fully grasping the pratipati. So Bhante, could you describe in essence what is Buddhism all about? Can you describe the Buddha's teachings in a nutshell?
With reference to amisa and pratipati puja, is it?
Correct. So most youth, I think many of you here would agree that when going to the temple, it's mostly, going to the Bodhi tree, and these things are very meritorious. We're not sort of casting them aside. These hold a special place in the teachings, but usually most youth only see the cultural and these sort of ritualistic aspects of the Dhamma, and they fail to see the philosophical, the philosophy and the deep teachings, that the Buddha has taught.
Thank you for your question. Actually, it's very difficult to explain this in a nutshell, to be true. And yes, Buddhism revolves mainly around rebirth, karma. Sometimes we call it reincarnation. Reincarnation doesn't mean the incarnation of a soul. It's a happening of a birth again and again due to karma. And it always plays a huge emphasis upon a non-material consciousness, which can influence the body and the world. Therefore, when you go into the deep aspects of the Dhamma, we talk about a concept called karma. Karma means an action that can give results in future. And we cannot negate this. If we are asking the question, how can you prove it? It should be another question. I don't want to bring it as a part of this question itself. So then, if I divide the teachings, if I divide the practice into two groups based on amisa and pratipati puja. Pratipati puja means practicing sila samadhi panya, or virtue, concentration and wisdom, as the Buddha has explained. The practice itself is the pratipati puja. It's not something that you can offer. It's just following the advices given by the Buddha. Now, for example, sometimes our parents say us, if you really want to respect me, just follow my advice. You may, if the real respect that you can show me is to keep on my legacy, to continue what I have done, the good things that I have done. It gives a certain appreciation, and it shows that I have appreciated and I accepted your philosophy or your viewpoint and way of life. And it shows a deeper respect than a physical gesture or giving something. Amisa puja means offering something material or giving a service. If we pay respect to them, if we offer something, maybe a flower or maybe something like in order to honor the person. But the deepest honor comes by following the ethics that the person has recommended. It shows that I have accepted his philosophy or the view of the life. So therefore, Buddha always recommended, he said, if someone follows the practice, that is a gesture of deeper respect than offering certain things to me. So that's why at the end of the Parinibbana Sutra, he said, before death, one who respects me, one who follows my advice, shows the deepest respect to me more than offering certain material things. But did he completely negate the offering of amisa puja? No. He himself has recommended it because this is related to the phenomenon of karma. If you offer something that is a support given to the other party may benefit or may not benefit out of it. It doesn't matter. So if you offer something, if you pay respect, if you show the respect to the other person, in the realm of karma, then you have to go into the realm of karma and explain what it is. So within the realm of karma, showing the respect or offering something to someone generates a wholesome positive energy. And this is very supportive in your sansaric journey. Without being born in a good realm, like being a human or a deity or a Brahma, one will never be able to achieve higher spiritual status or achieve the greatest bliss in life. So therefore, according to Buddhism, one is supposed to do amisa puja. Amisa puja, when you come to a temple and if you pay respect to the Buddha statues, or if you pay respect to the Sangha or Bodhi tree, is a gesture of respect. You are not offering anything, material thing to the person, but it's a gesture of, it shows that I respect you, I honor you, and keep you in a higher, I esteem the person, in a higher esteem. So therefore, this generates a higher karma. So in the negative aspect, if someone is highly conceited and he looks down upon others with conceit, that generates a negative aspect. So we have to go into the realm of karma deeply in order to show why every amisa puja is valid according to the Buddhist doctrine. And for that, you have to go into the fundamentals and show. So therefore, in a nutshell, I can say almost every ritual that we are following in traditional Buddhist temples can be justified in terms of the deeper doctrinal aspects, and Buddha has recommended that. It's not the time to explain each and everything without a very basic, solid, fundamental foundation. But practicing itself is the pratipati puja. Pratipati in Pali, in Sinhalese we call pratipati. The Pali word is patipati. Practicing itself is the pratipati puja. It is not something you can offer. This shows a deeper respect towards the teacher, because it indicates that I have accepted your teachings and I obey it and I follow it.
Thank you very much, Bhante.